Today I want to share a lesson that I made a mistake, and I did that over and over and over again. And this is about intensity and consistency. A lot of times people believe and understand that consistency is very important, but a lot of times people misplace consistency and intensity in different locations. Because if you want to succeed in life, consistency is the most important part, not intensity. But a lot of times when people start something new, they are so intense that they fall out of consistency because they're not able to support that activity as much as they want to. So that means that they're very intense for a month, 2, 3 months, maybe a year sometimes, and after a year, because they're not able to do activity that much, they fall out. People are working on the business so much, sometimes they just go to hospital after working so hard because they are not able to support that activity as much. So that means it's very, very important to understand how much intensity you're able to support to be consistent in it, because that is very, 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 very important to understand. Because if you put too little intensity, of course you will prolong your results, but if you put too much intensity, you will fall out altogether, and then you basically start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. And if you start and stop, of course you will never be able to succeed. Maybe you will succeed, but your results will be much smaller than you could achieve otherwise. Because when you reach that momentum, and then you lose the momentum, and when you reach the momentum, you lose momentum. That means that when you go with momentum, you can achieve much, much more because you go with the flow. Now, but of course, if you have a intensity, pretty low intensity, you're still able to succeed, but that will require much more time. Now, I love analogies like how you plant the seed and harvest the seed. So that means when you plant the seed, you put some intensity at the beginning, because it's very hard most time at the beginning to start something new. So you put a little bit more intensity, so you plant the seed. And after that, you don't need to put too much intensity. That means you clear maybe some weeds, you water it, but consistently you're doing that. You water constantly, you weed it out, then water, and you're constantly doing that. And at the end, when the plant grows, what do? You harvest, and then you again increase your intensity. So that means intensity is only at the beginning, at the end, not in the middle. So that means always we need to understand that you put a lot of intensity just at the beginning, just to start, push you through, then you start and add consistency, and at the end you put intensity in, and you're able to achieve great results. Because exactly the same with sports. When, for example, you are running and you want to become the best athlete, so what do? You train for a year. You are very consistent in your training, and what do? You at the last competition, you put intensity to win that medal, because you're not able to achieve that success and get that result, that medal, without intensity. Because you need to put that intensity during competition, but at this point as well, you're not able to succeed without consistency. Because if you didn't do consistency before intensity, nothing will be able to succeed. So that means that we need to understand that consistency and intensity need to always walk together. Because I truly believe that when you find the balance between consistency and intensity, and answer the question, how much I could do this activity for 10 years that I could not fall out of it. I hope you'll choose to win, and see you tomorrow.